Hi everyone, this is Fidge the Hedgehog and welcome to this video. I'm here with my little Hansa hedgehog that just came last week. And I was really excited I could collect one of these. Because I think this little guy is really decent. I know Hansa has been releasing a few hedgehogs, but I think this is one of the most pretty ones. I thought the others didn't look so decent in my opinion. But I was really excited about this guy. And so when he was available on a website in the Netherlands, I just had him right away. Because I could reach him easily. Unfortunately, he got delivered by a very bad company, which made me doubt about if I would still see my package or not. So luckily, eventually it was delivered, but yeah, I thought I had to pick it up somewhere where I couldn't reach the place, so that was kind of a problem. But luckily, well, like I said in the previous video, it was the same guy who delivered Pennywise here, and he knew where to go. So this is actually how I ended up with this little guy after all. But yeah, my dad had another one for me on Amazon, because we were actually convinced that it would be delivered by bpost, which is a much more reliable company. And well, in fact, no, it's not really quite sure that happens, because it's never clear which company actually delivers. The order got shipped and it just ends up in a company, and you never know who is going to deliver it. So never mind. This is actually the main reason, because of the bad delivery companies, because why I end up with 2 hedgehogs instead of 1. To be honest, I don't really complain about it, because I'm just so super excited about this one. I don't have names for him yet, and like this I will have a couple. I'm not gonna send it back. I really like it, but I'm gonna see it, have a look at it first. It's in this package, and also this package was not properly delivered in our mailbox, so I just had to go to pick it up, and now let's open it. Yay! So yeah, obtaining these guys wasn't particularly easy, but you see, when you actually end up with 2 instead of 1, well, that's still kind of a big deal, right? Especially Hansa toys. This guy was a bit more expensive than this one. Here it is. Do I have a receipt for it in my fan book? No. Can always keep this in my fan book. There you go. I don't really know if I could open this attachment. And yeah, maybe you can just make one a female and make one a male. And like this, I'll have a couple of them. This is actually the closest thing I can have to a real hedgehog, because here they're still not allowed. I think it's such a pity. They're such sweet pets. This little guy is a bit more squishy. Well, like this I can actually distinct them. It's a bit hard to remove him from his bag. It's the tag that holds him up. There you go. And here it is. So they have like hair going upwards to accentuate their quills. And this little guy has like a nice brown stripe over his muzzle. I don't really know if this guy have this. No, he doesn't have this. So you see, it's quite obvious to see where the difference is. Also, the eyes are obviously different. I think this one here, the ones that came from the Netherlands, is a bit more, there is more resemblance to the real animal in this plush compared with this. But this guy is more squishy, and I think his muzzle does look a bit dirty because of that really dark coming over him. But he has like a bit of airbrushing here, which make him look kind of dark. But still is also kind of decent. It's just that in general, I think this little guy looks more decent. And he has like the same cream belly. And of course still some wires, some iron wires in his feet. When you actually sit him up, so I'm glad they're different. Also here, the hair look more like quills, but this guy is much more firmly stuffed. This guy here is more squishy, see? And he has the same Hansa tag. For now I just keep the tags on them. Also because they can actually sit on their tag, and the tag might even stabilize them if you just put the tag right between their legs. This little guy has legs pointing towards me. This little guy has legs that are retracted under his body. So these little things might depend on the plush you get. That's why I don't really mind having two of them. Here the leg is rather straightforward. But I'm glad my hedgehogs don't really have floating legs, because some of them do have floating legs, which mean the legs don't really touch the ground, don't really hit the ground, and make them look like the hedgehog is actually sitting, but it's just a weird way for them to look. I really also like the finishing here, this little edge going down like this, and then you have quill section on the upper part and the fur on the lower part, which makes the animal look really, really decent actually. It's so obvious that these hedgehogs have this because of their white fur. But his quills are a bit different. This guy has, I don't really know, because maybe he's firmly stuffed or more firmly stuffed, his quills look more decent. They both go in an upward direction. I think this one looks more like a male. And this one looks more like a female. No, I don't have hogless for them. I'm going to show you the back of them. They are the same size, you know, but this one is rather, very firmly stuffed. So it turns out a bit large and a bit broader than this guy here. And this one is rather soft. And I wish someone else had made a video about these guys, but apparently no one put anything on YouTube about these. So I'm glad to be the first one, and I hope this video might be very interesting for people who consider getting this Hansa plush, because I really recommend it. This is the one I just unboxed. I don't think his muzzle and eyes look exactly decent, but he's still cute. So I would suggest, if you have Hansa plushes around and you want to pick one in a store, maybe it's an advantage to pick it in a store instead of have it sent to you and then have to go after it because of a bad delivery or something. This one looks more decent, looks, really cute. And I think I'm gonna base a lot of my drawings about, on them, sorry. Not exactly about, but I'm gonna base a lot of my drawings on the design of this plush. Here the leg is like floating a bit, see? Because he has a really fat belly. And it is, really firm. And when you sit the plush down, you actually see the leg hits the ground, because the plush still sits well. In general, I think the way the face looks of this guy, and also the quills coming over the head, and in general the way the animal stands, make him look real. That's just so real. And this one here, it's the same model, of course. But personally, I think this one is the prettiest. And there's also a nice coloring the legs, make the legs a bit darker. And the tail is actually missing. I know these hedgehog have tiny tails, which is really sweet, but the plush don't have this. I know they made some darker looking hedgehogs too, but I don't think those ones look quite decent actually. I prefer these ones. There you go. Gonna see if I can make some nice shots about them. So I'm just gonna keep these two. I really like them. And soon there will be a nice hedgehog bed set to go with them. So there you are. And I'm glad you can actually distinct them. So I think I'll make this one a male, because I think it looks a bit more malish. And well, I have no idea, this is just my intuition talking to me. And I think this is gonna be a little female. This girl is a real beauty. But they're both nice, of course. There you go. I don't actually really know if I have a tiny hoglet to go with them. Now, I really hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I really hope I gave you enough information about these two. If you ever have any questions about them, just leave a little comment below. And I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.